Hello friends, in this video we will discuss Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras was a Greek scientist or Greek mathematician who has lot of contribution in the field of mathematics. So he derived a formula which is, in common sense we can say that it is a basic formula which is used in the trigonometry. So what was that formula? So to understand that formula we must derive basic sides of the triangle. So this is a triangle having one angle is 90 degree, or right angle triangle. It is a right angle which is 90 degree, has angle alpha, has angle beta. This vertex we will call it A, this vertex we call it B, this vertex we call it C. So the A and B, so here is C, B and C, we write A here, A and C will write B here. So these three sides are the basic sides of the triangle. So Pythagoras theorem depends on the some basic sides which are the hypotenuse, perpendicular, base. So how we can decide these sides? So the opposite side of a right angle is always hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a triangle. Means this is the right angle triangle, and the opposite side of this right angle triangle is hypotenuse. Here it is alpha, means if we are working on the angle alpha, then the opposite side of the alpha will be perpendicular, and the adjacent side of the angle alpha will be base. But if we take our angle beta, then the perpendicular will become C, because the opposite side of the angle beta is C. So in your mind, please make sure that at which angle you are working. Means the perpendicular is the opposite side of the angle, and hypotenuse is the opposite side of the right angle triangle, and the base is the adjacent side of the angle at which you are working. So here I have taken alpha as the angle which is in the focus. So what is the Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is, Pythagoras said, if I square the hypotenuse, it will become square of the perpendicular plus square of the base. Means the square of the hypotenuse is always equals to the square of the perpendicular plus the square of the base, which in this case here hypotenuse is the A. So I will say A square is equal to the perpendicular, means B, B square plus base is the C, so C square. By this formula we can find any side of a right angle triangle. This Pythagoras theorem will always be applied on a right angle triangle. If the angle is 90 degree, then we can apply this Pythagoras theorem. With the help of the Pythagoras theorem, we can also check whether the right triangle is right angled or not. For example, this is the Pythagoras theorem. We will apply this Pythagoras theorem to find whether this triangle is right angle triangle. So we will take some arbitrary values. For example, I am taking A is equals to the 10, B is equals to the 8, and C is equals to the 6. So I will apply this formula on these values. For example, the length of the A is 10, and the length of C is 6, and the length of B is 8. So let's apply this formula on these values. So here A is the 10, which is 10 squared, B is the 6 squared, C means 8 squared. So 10 square means 100, 6 square means 36, plus 8 square means 64, which will become 100 is equals to the 36 plus 64. It is also 100. Means if hypotenuse is the 10, base is the 6, and the perpendicular is 8 units, then the triangle will be right angle triangle. Means this angle, this value satisfies this formula, means this triangle is right angle triangle. Let us apply this formula on different values. For example, if I take hypotenuse is equals to the, or A is equals to the any value, for example 9, see, and I'm changing these values, and let base and perpendicular will be same, let them same, then we will apply this formula again. Then we will check whether this, and with these values, whether this triangle is right angle triangle or not. So here hypotenuse in the second case, this was the first case we have taken, now I am taking the second case. In second case, here hypotenuse is the formula is hypotenuse square is equals to the perpendicular square plus base square. Hypotenuse square means 9 square. In the second case I have taken this value. Perpendicular means 8 square plus base means 6. 9 means 81, 9 square means 81, 8 square means 64 plus 6 means 36. 81 is equals to the 100, which is not equal, then it is not equal to the 100. Means by these values, if hypotenuse is 9, base is 6, and perpendicular is 8, then this will not be a right angle triangle. This will be a right angle triangle with the values, for example, we have taken in the first case, which was hypotenuse is 10, base is equals to the 6, and the perpendicular is equals to the 8. So with this formula we check whether a triangle is right angle triangle or whether it is not. So I think this is quite enough for our understanding that the why Pythagoras theorem was used. In any construction or any type of the geometrical figures, we apply this formula to find whether the triangle is right angle triangle or not. So if you like that video, please do comment and subscribe my channel. Thank you.